It's a great ball, that. That's position.
That'll do nicely, that, won't it?
Great ball. That's a fantastic driver.
We all know that I love a good, forgiving driver. We also know that I love a mini driver. In today's video, I have a mini driver from the guys at 11. Now, we all know that they make fantastic, affordable golf clubs. So in today's video, we're going to test it, see just how good it is for numbers inside, and of course, here out on the golf course. We're at Lindrick Golf Club today, so huge thanks to the guys at Lindrick for having us. Now, the big beauty about this is that it's going to come in quite a lot cheaper than such as the PXG Secret Weapon, as such as the TaylorMade Burner Mini Driver, and of course the Callaway Mini Driver. The Callaway is called the AI Smoke still, isn't it?
It is.
I believe. So for me, guys, one of the things that I love about this, and I've been testing this in America.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice ball. Yeah.
Sharp.
That's okay.
Oh.
Just on the string.
You like that, don't you?
It's on string, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure. I've tested it in Spain.
Ball. Yeah, good. Very good. That's the line. Beautiful.
Sure. Right. And now we're testing it here in Lindrick, or the beautiful, is it Yorkshire?
It is Yorkshire.
Or is it Notts?
No, it's on the
Yorkshire.
border.
And one of the things that so many people comment about is not only those gleaming, fantastic looks, but also the sound of this driver. If we put a little bit of a montage on screen now from all those different states or all those different continents, you'll tell that it just sounds phenomenal. So you can see we have a lovely 10-gram weight at the back of that. That's designed to push CG back and low to enhance MOI, whilst also making it a nice kind of versatile club head. We also have an adjustable loft sleeve as well. So we're getting plenty of adjustment here for that nice fractional price. And straight away you can see just how easy that is to launch. That's a lovely high drive straight down the middle of this fairway. And again, that sound, it sounds almost like a shotgun. It sounds incredible. And I think it just feels fantastic as well. So you can see we almost have a tiny bit of kind of V-steel technology in the bottom of this head. So I remember looking at this back in the day when it was in its inception, and the guys at 11 were 3D printing the models of this club. How, you can't even tell what that is. Like, scientifically, I have no idea, but that looks frightening. I've also seen a couple of things down there that might explain exactly what it is. So
yeah, just a 3D printer. So whenever we got new products coming out, or when we're working on stuff, we always kind of get molds done first, and then we can tweak whatever we want to tweak.
Yeah.
So like currently we've got a mini driver we're working on.
Is that under embargo? Do you want me to blur that out? Or?
No, you can keep it in, yeah.
That look, I mean, I don't know if people know this, I quite like a mini driver, don't I? I have a fetish for mini drivers. That's a really strange term to use, but I do. So.
But yeah, but kind of like in design, we design it online or on the computer, and then this just prints it. So whatever tweaks we make, we can do it in-house rather than
so I guess
back and
the
forth.
more iterations you make, the better it'll be.
Yeah.
But then you don't want to keep making a proper titanium iteration head, because it's going to be very expensive and very wasteful, isn't it?
Yeah. So currently this one's just, I think it's about 1 millimeter, not so deep.
Yeah.
But again, it's close.
Is it? Can I?
It's heavy.
It's heavy, yeah. So will that come out like this eventually?
Yeah. Well, I'll just pick a few bits off.
Yeah.
Again, it's got weight, adjustable.
Yeah.
Forge face. It's all.
Very nice. And thinking, wow, that looks incredible, and I can't wait to test it. So the fact that now you can get hold of them, they are online, they are quite a lot cheaper than some of the bigger name brands, as we'll say. I think it's fantastic for the guys at 11, but also fantastic for you guys at home. You can see I have it in a KBS torque-driven shaft. Also, I really enjoy premium components. That KBS TD shaft is absolutely insane, by the way. So you can get premium shaft options in these clubs, which again, for the price, I just think is fantastic. Right, can we play it a little bit lower this time? We've hit a nice high one. The wind's just off the right, so let's try and play a nice lower shot that time. Now, that's one of the best drives I've probably ever hit. That does feel absolutely fantastic. And you may also remember when we tested the standard 11 NH01 driver, we spoke a lot about hot melt. We spoke a lot about how putting different weighting in the heads, if you do want to order one online, can dramatically change where this ball flight goes. So you spoke to us earlier about some pillows. It made me rather tired after the 4-hour drive down here, but what are these bad boys? Because you wouldn't think that that's what goes into your driver.
Yeah, hot mount pillow. So it's about 5 grams of hot mount. Gets melted into the gun and then shot into the head as a liquid form.
I wouldn't have thought that was so big for 5 grams. So it covers a lot of the surface area of the head, doesn't it, inside? But squishy, squishy.
I'll shoot some onto this as well, just so you can see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, so we're aiming for 4 grams, which is probably 3/4 of a squirt. We always want to go slightly less, because once she's in there, it's not coming out. So we are going into the heel.
Oh, don't get your hand on there.
Yeah, so
Can you feel that?
It's hot. If you touch it just quick underneath.
Oh! And that sets like that?
It will set in about 20 seconds. So you just got to move it. So again, I'm trying to get it here so I can feel where it is.
Wow.
I've done a few, so I know where it's...
And that's exactly what the guys at 11 have done for me here. So they've put a little bit of hot melt in the front of this club. That again just moves CG slightly further forward, and that allows us to play that shot that we've just played there. So you're getting the looks, you're getting the sound, you're getting the feel, you're getting the forgiveness, and you're getting the price. I do like ticking boxes on this channel. I do like thinking about potentially saving money where we can. Could this be the best forgiving, affordable driver money can buy? I think we'll jump in the studio and look at it for numbers, but I think these shots we're hitting out here at Lindrick really speak for themselves. Frightening. Frighteningly good. Yes, please. So guys, as you can see out here on the golf course, consistency is always going to be key with a driver like this, and we have 3 balls in the fairway, and I dare say that that middle shot is the longer one, the middle shot where we managed to just flight it down that little bit more. I always think with drivers like this, if you can get that spin rate down a little bit, you're always going to see that nice lower flight window, and from there you can see the results that we're getting. So 3 fantastic drives there, and one of the things that I love about this, and I try to kind of show this on the channel quite often, is that there's so many brands out there now where they're making golf affordable. You don't have to spend a fortune on mini drivers, on hybrids, on irons, on golf balls. You can get really good value golf clubs. Now, when we jump inside and test this, what are we looking for? Are we looking for a club that performs exceptionally well? Are we looking for a club that can compare to the PXG, to the Callaway, to the TaylorMade, to all those clubs? Or are we looking for a club that is okay, that does the job? Because I often think that if we are looking for good performance, we're not necessarily looking for good value, are we? Or if we're looking for good value, we're not necessarily looking for the best performance. Whereas I think with this 11 mini driver, I think we're kind of getting everything, aren't we? We're getting the best of all those worlds. So we were downwind, or into the wind, should I say, on the last one. We're now downwind. Slightly tighter driving hole, so this is certainly where you might think about using a club like this and not really opening the shoulders up. Let's just aim up the left, try and play a cut back into the fairway. And again, that's the exact shot that I'm really trying to play. Just let it kind of peel off to the right hand side there, and you can see just where we've struck that from. Again, the sound and feel from this club is quite remarkable, and I do feel like we're getting everything we want from this kind of shot. Let's try and play the same shot again. Maybe start a little bit further left on this one. Look at that. That really is that shot that doesn't really move too far, just peels up and around and really does everything that we're wanting to do. I can't wait to test this in the studio, and I can't wait to see how it compares to some of the higher end products in this bracket. You can see also as well, you can get a little bit of kind of personalization on there if you want it. So I'll put the link for the description below if you want, but one of the big things is that movable weight sleeve there, so we can change loft, we can change lie angle, we can pretty much have this as you want it. So then you start hitting it more out of there, which is going to be absolutely perfect for so many golfers. Right, straight down the middle, Rob. Straight down the middle. We've teed this a little bit lower. And that is unreal. I think value for money wise, this is up there with probably one of the best clubs that I've tested on the channel. Stay tuned and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see potentially some head-to-heads. But before we finish this video, let's jump inside, see what the numbers say, and then of course test it off the deck, because it is a mini driver after all. Okay, let's talk numbers for this 11 mini driver. I've been really looking forward to testing this bad boy for numbers because I've enjoyed it so much out on the golf course. I've had some fantastic results with it. We're going to tee up nice and low, see what we can get. I think anything around that 260 mark is a pretty good hit with this driver. Straight away off the bat, that sounds phenomenal. It's a little bit high, that one. I've cut across it a bit. That's going to carry 230 up there at 245. Quite high spin there at 3,600. And that is the bad shot if I'm going to hit it out on the golf course with this. Just a little bit weak, a little bit high and right, but it's in play. It's up there at nearly 250, like we've been seeing. So it's that kind of safe miss. I absolutely ripped that as well. It's always the one you rip, innit, Bob? Look at that. That was out of the toe as well. When we see where I've struck that from, up there at 240 odd, it's up towards 260 toe, 3,600 spin. And you can see on the replay that that's come miles out of the toe. That's better. That's that nice lower spin number. If it's going to pitch above that 250, which it has, 253, 275, 276 total. So they're the shots that I was hitting out in Spain. One of the areas I think 11 could potentially improve with this driver is potentially just having movable weights on the bottom there. You can see we have that movable loft sleeve and you can fit that for loft and lie angle, but a lot of the mini drivers now do have adjustable weights. I'm actually going to test it with the PXG mini driver in a couple of videos time because we have exactly the same shaft in there. So that'll be a very interesting video. But now we've refired the Golfsun up after a little bit of a malfunction. That's the shot that you just get away with. I hit that so bad. And for that to carry it, that running up to 250 yards with that strike, I've almost missed that. And that's the shot where you kind of get away with something like this. The shorter shaft length really helps keep that ball in play. And that's frighteningly good. That sound is phenomenally good. It really is. Pretty much a 250 carry, releasing up to 270 yards, 1900 backspin, so we're getting that nice low spin even though we have that 10 gram weight at the back, which we can't swap with anything at the front, and that lovely peeling left to right ball flight. Really, for the price, I'm really, really impressed with this. That's just that nice stock shot, so I'm not trying to play it lower, not trying to bring the spin rate down. It's a very similar carry, 248 yards, 265 total, so it's releasing out nicely. And it's kind of doing the job that I want it to do, even without the adjustability that potentially you could get with others. And I don't think I'm going to hit much better than that, to be totally honest with you. 275 again, 1900 spin, bang smack in the middle of the fairway. If you're in the market for a mini driver and to save a little bit of money this year, it could well end up being that one. Right, funnily enough, we have been saying that we're going to try this mini driver off the deck, haven't we? So this is the perfect opportunity, and this can go in both videos, can't it? We've got par 5 in, just hit a really good drive off the tee, and we have 256 playing 259 into the wind. So for all intents and purposes, it's a long way. Right, the ultimate test off the deck. It's sat nice, but we need all of it.
Well, it's bang on line.
You know what? I've caught that really bottomy as you would anticipate, and I think that's going to get almost there.
It's on the front edge there.
Say, do you reckon it's up?
It's front edge-ish. It might
Say
just
we're
be
into the wind. So one thing that doesn't have this club, where potentially TaylorMade and the Callaway might have like a through slot speed pocket to maintain that ball speed, but it's done well there, must say. Oh, it's struck that incredibly well.
That's a great ball flight.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's definitely up there, it's just slightly to the right.
Yeah, For 11 degrees, that did launch. Nice.
I
Well,
can't believe that's got front edge. That is incredible.
dry fairways.
Christmas is over to the right. It's an eagle chance, and it's an own ball eagle chance as well. That potentially you could get with others. And I don't think I'm going to hit much better than that, to be totally honest with you. 275 again, 1900 spin, bang smack in the middle of the fairway. If you're in the market for a mini driver and to save a little bit of money this year, it could well end up being that one.